Hey guys, so today I'm going to discuss an important topic of what to do after you actually get a job. Um, so, a lot of you actually get a job, you're fine, you do well, no problem. So, again, 95% of you will be okay. We have never received anyone who actually came back for any support, but then there are 5% of you who struggle, especially developers struggle a lot. One of the biggest thing is that they're not able to complete their stories on time in a sprint. You know, a lot of times their stories are rolled over to new sprint, and it keeps piling up. Okay, and I have been through this many times, and so I actually do this to all the developers, but I am going to record it because it's going to be common for all of you. Okay, so here's some of the reasons and how to fix it. So let's go through some of the reasons. Okay, the first reason is lack of business knowledge. Okay, what do I mean lack of business knowledge? Okay, so you're used to doing like a small project, to-do list, things like that. But the real life business is very complicated. It's very, very complicated. Okay. Some of the things won't make any sense. You'll be scratching your head. You'll be like, you'll be cursing the last developer, but you'd understand that last developer has also was in some constraint. So it's all in well. So there's no point doing that. Okay, there can be plenty of reason why it is so complicated, because reasons is like, the companies do merge, companies acquire other companies, they sell one of the unit, there's a change of scope in project, the product pivots, so, is pivoted. First the scope was this, then scope might be that. So it's just a lot of things that can happen. There's no vision. The original original architect in one of the places I worked, the original architect, he had a vision. He started the project, he left in middle, and there was no vision. And so there can be many reasons why it can be very complicated. Okay, but one other thing is, number one again is lack of business knowledge. You need to know the business and how it works. Okay, what are the different units, what do you call them? So in the first 90 days you need to make sure you go through all the documentation available to understand what really happened in last few years, what was the different business units, what changed. So how did the code change, how did the product change, how did the business change over the year? Okay, so the business knowledge is hard to gain overnight because programming is easy. Okay, the business part is the hard part because you cannot get that overnight. There's nowhere to study. Okay, you need to know acronyms, custom module names. There's a lot of things that goes into it's that you don't know. Okay, so one of the things I recommend is go back, look at the past stories, and see what happened, why the changes were made, what was the rationale behind that. Look at the acceptance criteria, things like that. Okay, go through all the you need to spend weekends really understanding the past, weekends, evenings. First 6 months you have to really understand the product. Okay, look at the confluence, make sure there are any documents, and you can use, if your company uses something else, any other document management, that's fine, but confluence, look at all the documents available there. Is there any system, SRD system, design documents, are there any logical diagrams, anything you can get hands on, you need to go and study them so you have a clear picture of what is really going on. Okay, you can look at the past commits and see, and look at the comment to see what, if there's anything that has changed. Okay, for example, look at, if you look at this, like this is the PayPal. I used to work for PayPal, so I just went to the PayPal help page where I used to work. And if you look at if you look at this, do you really understand these terms when you come in? Do you understand, for example, data lazy country codes? So country codes is equal to true. What do you mean by that? Okay, okay, data is hybrid editable on the cookie. What is a hybrid? Do you understand that? Do you understand hybrid logging experience? So what is a hybrid logging experience? Some of them can be easy, some of them are very easy. For example, is data phone password enabled? True, yeah, it's easy. But then there are some little bit that requires a little bit more knowledge than just simple, so you need to be able to understand what the hell does this business mean. Data R login ID. What is R login ID? Is there is that the only one? So you need to understand a lot of these like minor details before you really start to understand. Okay, this okay. Um, so that's yes.